Hello students, welcome to class behind the scenes. As often happens, I'm trying in the comment section of the premiere here to answer people, and it goes so fast I cannot simply just answer everybody. Now I've slowed the chat down to about 30 seconds each, I think it is, and so comments will go a lot slower now. The premiere that we're going to be watching in 20 minutes is called Let People Work in Peace. Stop being vegan phobic, be vegan fantastic instead. And this is when I went to the mall to film some vegan clothing and some vegan toys, and there were these teenagers that were outside trying to get into the store and kind of hassling the poor volunteer woman at the door, because it was a secondhand store to raise money for cancer victims. So it was a bit awkward, but anyway, I tell the story about what happens there. So right now it is really early in the morning here on Sunday morning, but the premiere is going to be in 20 minutes and there are 55 people waiting. Thank you, by the way, for 144,000 subscribers. And thank you to everybody who's watching these important documentaries called don'twatch.org and watchdominion.com. If you haven't seen them yet, take a screenshot of this right now. Don'twatch.org, watchdominion.com. Make sure that you educate yourself so you know what you're talking about. A lot of the questions that people are asking here in the comments are things that are easily answered just if you just take the time to educate yourself and watch those documentaries, among many others. So one of the questions, I don't know where it's gone now, but was way up here somewhere when I turned my camera on. Somebody was saying, so you want everybody to lose their jobs if everyone becomes vegan. And of course, we don't want everyone to lose their jobs. The economy has to keep working and we have to make sure that people are fed. So what's going to happen is that the farmers who now have these massive lots in which they feed the animals on, they hold them there as prisoners. There are Nazi-like prison camps. They would gradually phase out and start growing crops instead. Start nourishing the land and growing some wonderful vegan foods in which to feed everyone. So instead of feeding the animals, we feed the humans instead by giving them the plants that otherwise the animals would have eaten. So it's much more efficient rather than filtering the food through the animals. So if you don't understand that, go and watch the important documentaries like I talk about all the time. One of them is called watchdominion.com, the other one is don'twatch.com, and there's also other ones like Cowspiracy and Seaspiracy and Forks Over Knives. So just go ahead and do that if you're not sure. And then come back and then be an animal defender like us here. Try and come out here and subscribe to this channel and be in blue. The people in blue here are the animal defenders. They're the ones who are helping to teach what goes on because they're really truly caring people. So we have this person here who seems to want to be a moderator because they have their uniform on, but of course I won't accept somebody named Oddball. You have to put your actual normal name at the front, and I'm assuming it's not Oddball. So write your name whether it's Rila or Ryla or Luca or some of the other people here. You have Joaquim and you have Sam, for example. These are animal defenders who have their proper uniforms on. If you want to be an animal defender, just put on your uniform. Here we got George, vegan, London, UK, 13. It's a perfect uniform. Got the city and the country, and we got the age. And George and vegan. Vegan is kind of like our family name here, so we all have the word vegan as a second word there. Of course, you don't want to give away your private info such as your address or your family name, but otherwise, writing this way is internet safe. So you love my McDonald's. Well, it's not your burger. It is some flesh of an animal that was stolen. It is wrong to steal the life of others. Don't do that. Be vegan from now on. These aren't real people, right? Just to confirm. I don't know what you're talking about, Alan, but they are real people. There are no bots here. These are true animal defenders who are here as teaching assistants. And when you become vegan, you can also come here and start teaching vegan facts when you know enough about what goes on. So Zane here says, some research has linked vegan diets with lower blood pressure and cholesterol and lower rates of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and some types of cancer. Go vegan. So this person here, Zane, we're going to make Zane into an animal defender. So add as a moderator because Zane seems to understand what's going on. seems to understand exactly what the kind of ethics are that we're trying to teach here at that Vegan Teachers School. Ryla, somebody says, Ryla, I don't think there is vegan milk. So this person is clearly brand new to this channel and doesn't even know about soy milk, oat milk, macadamia milk, hazelnut milk, rice milk. There are just so many different types of milks. Oat milk, there are literally probably 12 or 15 types of vegan milks that you can choose from. So go ahead and learn a little bit. Go and watch Dairy is Scary, and go and watch the important documentaries that I tell you about, and then you'll understand. You see, some people who show up here truly don't even know the basics about being vegan, which is, it shows how horrific the school system is. If a child comes out of kindergarten and doesn't know what the word vegan means, there's something wrong. They should absolutely know that the meat, dairy, and egg industries are horrific, that they exploit animals. All children should be taught the truth. And I'm not saying that they should be taken to factory farms where they see the animals suffering terribly and murdered, but they should be taught in a way that is age appropriate, that animals are just like cats and dogs, shouldn't be eaten, and we should be kind to them. Every single school should be vegan. Every single hospital should be vegan. There should be no dead animals brought into these places ever. Think about it logically. Why on earth would you want to bring dead animals into a school or a hospital or a jail or anywhere? No dead animals. Be kind to the animals. Eating animals is wrong. We must strive not to hurt them. There are thousands of other things to eat, like tofu, rice, beans, lentils, pasta, oat milk, soy milk, and other veggies and fruits. So be kind and be vegan, and start now. Thanks again to everybody who is here and sharing these important posts that I'm writing here. Please copy and paste my comments into your own computer so that you are ready to reuse them. Eat veggies, fruits, nuts, and seeds. Eat peanut butter, lentils, beans, rice, pasta, vegan pizza, and vegan lasagna. Drink soy milk or oat milk. Don't eat eggs, meat, or cow's milk. So please, if you're watching this, copy these comments when you see them coming up, and you can be somebody who's a teaching assistant. You just get a bank of them in your own computer. What's this say? Riley, I can watch one of the premieres now. I have a different time zone, so every time there's a premiere happening, it's like in the middle of the night. But yeah, oh, I'm so sorry. I know, and that's why here it is Sunday morning, and I put this premiere to start at 5 in the morning, because I know that there's people at the other ends of the world who are in completely different time zones. So sometimes I wake up really early. So right now it is this is going to actually start at 7 in the morning, but it's actually just starting to get light out here in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. So I'm so happy that you are here, and I'm gonna actually see if I can tag you and write thank you for being here. So it's, no, you see, I cannot tag this person. Look at what happened here. I try to tag them, but they have a weird K with a sort of a dot underneath. You see that? And so when I try to type it, I can't just tag that person. So it's unfortunate. I can't really give them the message. Now, I guess I could try to go into the K here and see if there's choices that pop up. But no, on my computer, I don't see them. And I don't have the time to do that, frankly. So if you want me to tag you, use regular English letters without any weird fonts so that I can tag you. All right. So this person is saying, Sherry is saying, we don't rape cows. Well, actually, you don't understand what goes on. Go and watch Dairy is Scary to learn the truth, because this is exactly what happens. The animals are raped because they are forcefully impregnated. That is rape. Picture if it was you or your mom or your sister or anybody that you knew, and they had somebody come and pin you down and force sperm into you. You don't call that rape? You don't call that sexual assault? You call that consensual? No. It is rape. It is sexual assault, and you know it. If you want to know if something is humane or not, ask yourself if you would want it done to you. Don't be ridiculous. Stop trying to justify the fact that you eat animals and that you pay for somebody to torture and murder them. Eat figs, not pigs. Eat dates, not dogs. Eat carrots, not cats. Eat beans, not bacon. Eat chickpeas, not chickens. Eat tofu, not turkeys. Eat bananas, not bunnies. Eat hummus, not horses. There you go. That's what you should do. All right. Also, another thing that you can do is eat oatmeal. Another great breakfast that you can have is to eat oatmeal and add chia seeds and flax seeds and hemp seeds. Pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, banana and apple pieces, dates, walnuts, almonds, Brazil nuts, hazelnuts, blueberries. Be vegan, start now. If you're watching this, stop the video, take a screenshot of this and put these things on your shopping list. Remember to grind up your chia seeds and grind up your flax seeds to make sure that they get absorbed. Nobody eats cats and dogs except for you. That's ridiculous. Of course, you know I don't eat any animals. And yes, there are people who eat cats and dogs in places like China, and it's no different than eating a pig, a chicken, a cow, a turkey, or a lamb. All animals want to live. All animals have a right to live. We should not be exploiting them in any way whatsoever. Be kind. Animals are not objects to be used by us. Don't use them. And by the way, if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do so. Subscribe. Do you see the subscribe button? Look up, look and see if you find it. Do you see the notification bell? If you find the notification bell, then you can actually interact with me here by coming to the premiere. So subscribe, press the notification bell so we can all together get the animals out of hell. Next thing that you can do if you ever want information is go to egg-truth.com or dairy-truth.com. Don't forget the dash that's in there. That's really important to get to the proper sites. If you need information for school projects, you can find it there. There are videos there as well as text that's written and photographs. Things that I cannot show you here, but that are visible on your own if you go through the internet. By the way, those of you who are new, happy Vegan Declaration Day if you've just become vegan. I am super proud of you. It is wonderful that you're becoming vegan. It is best for yourself, it is best for the environment, and it is, of course, best for the animals. Being vegan is a win-win-win for everyone. Everyone wins and nobody loses. Why would the entire world not be striving to be vegan, to not hurt animals, and to eliminate so much pollution that comes from raising animals on these gigantic factory farms that are so horrible that these poor animals live in? It's normal, by the way, to cry when you see animal abuse. Speak out and share their stories. If anyone tries to tell you that you must suppress your tears when you see animals in pain, you know that there's something wrong with that person. Their heart has died. If you are crying tears, not about yourself, but about others, that's normal. It's okay. Now, I'm not saying that you should go in bed and cry all day. But if you want to have a cry because you know what happens to these innocent turkeys that end up on the table at Thanksgiving, or these innocent lambs who never did a single thing wrong, then you can cry. It's normal to cry. It's okay. But after a while, you must get yourself up. You absolutely must. No, you don't need therapy. You are normal. All you need to do is roll up your sleeves and become an animal rights activist here on this channel. Help to educate others. If you haven't yet subscribed to my Instagram, it is this, That Vegan Teacher Miss KADIE. It's all one word, so you can go ahead and watch that if you want. And if you need recipes, there's so many places. Here's one idea. Go to bosch.tv. There's a lot of different videos that are kind of fun to watch. They're very short and there's music. So go and memorize that. Take a screenshot of any of these things that I'm showing you right now. Bosch.tv. Don't steal milk, honey, or eggs. Don't steal animals' lives. They have a right to live. And by the way, if you ever have insects in your home, here's what you can do. Gently remove the insects from your home without hurting them. Here's a spider. You take a cup, you turn it upside down, and you have a piece of cardboard in your hand, and you very gently put the the cup on top of the insect without hurting his or her legs. If you use a glass that you can see through, it's even better. And then very carefully slide a piece of cardboard underneath. Okay, so picture you have your cup here, and you slide the cardboard underneath, and you gently walk outside, and you just lift up the lid. Don't shake the poor little creature, because here she's probably scared, and just lift up the lid or the glass and just walk away for a little while and come back later and pick up your cardboard. For those of you who are not yet vegan, because you are not vegan, you are willfully choosing to be an animal abuser. That is just a fact. You need to accept it, and then you need to change. And by the way, if anyone calls you a vegan donut, take it as a compliment. Vegan donuts, they're sweet, delicious, and everyone loves them. When someone calls me a vegan donut, I'm happy about it. Here's the definition of veganism. Veganism is a philosophy and way of living which seeks to exclude as far as is possible and practicable all forms of exploitation of and cruelty to animals for food, clothing, or any other purpose, and by extension promotes the development and use of animal-free alternatives for the benefit of animals, humans, and the environment. Veganism, as you can see, according to the Vegan Society, is a philosophy and way of living. It's about saving animals. It's about being kind. That's what it is. So, if you are interested, if somebody's telling you that they don't know what the definition is, or they think it is about food only, you can simply go to the site called the Vegan Society and find this definition there. And you can copy it and paste it yourself somewhere. I suggest that you make some cards like this. These are just old cereal boxes that my neighbors have given me, and they're very handy to use. Animals have the right to not be enslaved or harmed. Help me save them. Subscribe to this channel. Be vegan. If you want other help, you can go here, howdoigovegan.com. There are questions and answers to every single thing that you would ever think of. So if somebody asks you a question and you're vegan, you're like, I don't really know the answer to that. Go here, howdoigovegan.com. There's so many things that are explained there. Now, this is behind the scenes of my own computer. In case you're interested, I'm just going to move these over to the side here. Oops. It's so hard for me to get all those organized because I have so many of them. I got a little piggy here is going to watch. And piggy number 2. Hello, little cuties. And we are behind the scenes here, and I'm going to show you what's on my computer. So here I have all kinds of different things. This is the letter E. I have these in sort of alphabetical order. These are just comments that I write here, and I keep track of. I'm trying to find my mouse. Do you guys see it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so as far as backyard eggs go, for example, here's some comments that you can copy and paste. You can copy and paste them and put them over here. All right? So you see these people, some of them have copied and pasted things. See, and you can just create your own comments, for example, as long as they're educational. Please write facts. Don't just invent stuff, and don't just write any old thing. Just really, we want to stick to the facts and teaching people to be vegan. So here we have, for example, it says free-range eggs are still ethically wrong to consume. They are still stolen from chickens. It is wrong to steal from anyone. Go to egg-truth.com to learn the truth about backyard eggs. If somebody says, but eggs taste good though. Well, whether eggs taste good or not is not the point. The point is that they are not ours, and so we must not steal them. We can eat so many other things, so change your habits and be kind and be vegan. Now the premiere is going to begin in 2 minutes. And there are 71 people here on this early Sunday morning in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, where I am still, to be honest with you, sitting here behind the screen in my PJs. So there. Let's see what we have here. Let's go over here. So we have some of the moderators here. Okay, let's begin over here. Oh, so Mark is one of our oldest moderators. He's 72 years old from Saskatchewan, Canada. I love that your name is written so well here, Mark. Thank you so much. Documentaries to watch. WatchDominion.com, Earthlings.com, Cowspiracy, Seaspiracy, Forks Over Knives, The Game Changers, Land of Hope and Glory, What the Health, and Don'tWatch.org. These are just great. Thank you so much, Mark. This is excellent. And thank you for being here. I know that you are probably retired if you're 72 years old, but I really, really appreciate you taking the time to be a teaching assistant here. I think that so many people who are retired waste their time just doing random things, watching TV all day, and you are one of the most amazing older people because you are actually using so much of your time to make the world a better place. Now, I'm guessing, Mark, that you probably ate animals for most of your life, like most people did. And so I'm encouraging anyone else who is also older to come here and teach. Think about how much you are saving the lives of so many people, so many animals. I say people because also people have cardiac problems if they are not vegan. They have high cholesterol, they become overweight, and apparently 35% of Americans are obese, are overweight. That is insanity. People should become vegan and get themselves in good shape. All right. Luca says, go vegan. That's great. What are you talking about? Why are cows so demanding and fat? Cows are not fat. They're just large. They're not fat. They don't have a lot of fat on them at all. They eat plants all day. Cows are vegan, and they're not demanding at all. The only ones that are demanding are the humans who try to steal their milk. Cows are extremely cute if you ever see them in a field. They're just minding their own business. They're just like big puppies. They just run around and kick up their heels sometimes, and they eat grass, and they hang out with their friends. They're very nice animals. They're very calm and sweet. And it's awful that we murder them. It is just horrific. It's an absolute crime. Constantin is here and says, you have to be vegan, fantastic, only role. Thank you for being here, Constantin. I haven't seen you in the last few premieres. It's great that you showed up. Wonderful. I hope you're okay. When certain moderators don't come for a few days, I kind of start to worry about them, which is crazy because there are hundreds of moderators and I can't possibly know you all. I don't know what many of you look like, but I do tend to get attached to some of you because I start to realize the kind of style you have. And and here's the song. We have the song starting, so the countdown is beginning now. Thanks again to everybody who is here and who is being as vegan as possible. I really appreciate you guys. It is terrific that you are here. And this is a time that we can start to spam vegan foods. So we write the word subscribe. And there we go. The spamming is beginning. It's beautiful. Thank you so much to everybody who is here. I'm going to put a whole bunch of different things here. Subscribe and please press the notification bell and help us get the animals out of hell. Somebody just wrote, oh, I missed it there. Somebody just wrote, I have a cat and I love her so much. Where did it go? I would never hurt her, but you eat other animals. You pay others to hurt other animals. Your cat is not more important than a dog or a guinea pig or a pig or any other animal, a chicken, a turkey. This is speciesism. You love one animal but not the other. That is wrong. It is wrong. Can you not see that, Bunny? Be vegan from now on. Thank you, everybody, for spamming all these wonderful foods. Go vegan, says Luca. Yes, Constantin is saying that to other vegans, you rock. That's great. Wonderful. All right. Joaquin, you've got such an array of delicious-looking foods there. That's amazing. Rubies, okay, your comment. Hopefully somebody unblocked that. That's great. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Let's watch a little bit of the beginning of this video, and then I'll let you guys go.
Hello, students. Welcome to class. We are here today in a secondhand store, which is somewhere that I encourage you to go to buy things because it's best for the environment. You're using recycled items. And today we're going to be looking at anything that has to do with animals and anything that has to do with clothing that is vegan. So you guys ready? Let's check stuff out. Unfortunately, there's a gang of teenagers outside right now who are trying to get my attention, but I just want to work here in peace, and I hope they're not hassling the ladies at the door too much. But anyway, let's keep doing this video. So look, these are stuffed animals that you can get for somebody that you love. You know, when kids see stuffed animals, they're so happy, these plush toys. They absolutely love animals when they're little. And look over here. These are all kinds of other animals. But isn't it strange that we kill the pigs and the sheep and the cows, but we let all the other animals live? So why is that? Why don't we eat dogs? Did you ever think about that? Or cats? You know, we live in a speciesist world, and it's unfair. And speciesism is the first form of racism. It's when you discriminate against one type of animal with another. In reality, all animals have worth. in this world. They're all unique and they all add something. Animals are here with us on the planet, not for us. So we shouldn't be using them in any way, eating them or wearing them. At places like SeaWorld, they take whales out of the ocean and put them in tiny swimming pools and force them to do tricks. They don't feed them if they don't behave. You should not be supporting places like SeaWorld ever. If you want, buy a toy like this for your child to learn to appreciate animals, but never buy animals in real life ever. Down here for only $2, you can see other toys that a child would love. What's great about buying from a secondhand store is that it stops these items from going into a landfill. And it's just easy. You just simply go home and wipe them down or wash them, and you're good to go. I like this chicken. I think as a child, I never had a chicken. I didn't really bond with them ever. But when I look at this now, it reminds me of so many animals that I've seen abused. Chickens are some of the worst treated animals on the planet, and there are twice as many chickens as there are humans. So it would be really great if kids learned at a young age to appreciate this animal and not to hurt them. So if you can, get your child or your grandchild a chicken, or a hen, or a rooster. Most kids love to have clothing with animals on them. And look at this. My granddaughter would probably like this. This cute little cow. Isn't it awful that your parents gave you cow's milk when you were little without your consent? You didn't know that they were paying the industry to take the baby boy cows away from their mothers and slit their necks, kill them, just so you could have milk. And here's some frogs. Did you ever realize that you were born vegan? When you were born, you were fascinated with animals. You wanted to be close to them and observe them, but you never wanted to hurt them. If you see frogs in the wild, don't touch them. Just leave them alone. Here's a mother, a chicken, with her babies. Sadly, in real life, chickens are so abused. And here's some pigs. Sadly, at 6 months old, pigs are put in gas chambers and turned into bacon, ham, and sausage. It's wrong to hurt animals, no matter what their size. Always consider what you're doing. Don't hurt them if you don't have to. Just in self-defense, but that's it. Otherwise, be kind to them. It's really time for everyone to be vegan. One of the staff members came to talk to me and asked me if I would go to the front door and ask the teenagers to leave because they are still there, hoping to get my attention, and that's unfortunate that they're being so rude. Yeah, I'm sorry. They just know Can you stop hassling these poor ladies? They just want to do their job. That'd be okay? Just leave them alone, okay? It's at this point that you just saw an example of vegan phobia. Vegan phobia is prejudice against animal defenders. When this young person moves forward and says, "We're big fans of eating meat," that would be like saying to somebody who defends Black people, "We're big fans of hurting them." Or somebody who defends the LGBTQ community, "We're big fans of hurting them." If you are ever a teenager in a situation like this where somebody is being vegan phobic, what you can do is just speak out and say, "Hey, that's not cool. She's just trying to defend animals. She doesn't want them to be hurt, raped, tortured, confined, kidnapped, or murdered. You should lay off, step back." That's what you can say. That's how you can help. Unfortunately, the teenagers didn't leave right away. They kept standing there and bothering the lady at the door. It's not right to do that. At one point, when I heard banging on the window, I looked up. And I did see a girl with her fingers, her hands in the shape of a heart, as if to say, "Miss KADIE, I'm not like them. I respect you. I don't like what they're doing." And I really appreciated that gesture. If you ever meet me in public, I'm asking you to please leave me alone. Don't follow me. Don't hassle me. Don't try to talk to me. I don't appreciate being stalked, and I don't appreciate you coming up to me and telling me all about the dead animals that you've eaten. But you already know that. It's amazing how people only do this when they're in a gang. What cowards. I wonder what your parents think of what you're doing. I will always take out my phone and film you to protect myself, so I can show the police if anything should happen. Sadly, because of death threats in the past, it's come to this. All right, let's get back to work. We were looking at vegan items. We're looking for things that don't have any wool in them, or any fur or feathers or silk. What do you see here? Looks like 100% polyester, right? So polyester can be made out of recycled different products such as plastic and other recycled fibers. So it's good to buy that because that means that no animal needed to be harmed. And this is $15 Canadian, but it looks pretty new. I don't see any stains on there at all. So if that's something that appeals to you, you know where to go. Go to a secondhand store. So there's also scarves here, and some different kinds of decorations for Christmas and things like that, and coats. So here's a coat that looks like it might be fur, but I can personally tell that it's not real fur, just by the way the ends are. You can just tell by feeling it. But if it's you, make sure that you check the label. Make sure it's vegan. You see it says there that it's acrylic. It also has cotton in there and polyester. So yeah. Check the label, check the label, check the label. If it's vegan, it's okay. Check the label, check the label. If it's vegan, the animals will say, hooray! This is wool, and back in the day I would have bought something like this, but not anymore. Let's check to make sure though. We don't want to hurt any sheep. So yeah, there's wool on the outside and there's polyester on the inside. So I know many of you are thinking to yourselves, what's wrong with wool, Miss Katie? Isn't it just like giving a lamb or a sheep a haircut? I know, I used to think the same thing, but it's really not. The industry treats animals like objects. They just move them along really quickly and they hurt them. When they shave them, they do it sometimes so fast that the animals get injured. They hurt their joints. They get slammed down. They're terrified. And sometimes they even bleed. Don't take from animals. So you see there's all kinds of things here. There's tablecloths and bed sheets and placemats. All kinds of stuff that you can buy. It's much better to buy secondhand than it is brand new. Ah, it's a donkey. So cute, right? Maybe my granddaughter would like this. But no. Look again. This animal is enslaved, forced to do the work for humans that the humans should be doing for themselves. Animals are not slaves. They're not ours to be used. Leave them with their families. Leave them alone in nature. Now here's a scarf that's made out of acrylic. This is something you could buy. Remember when you have items to take good care of them. Fold them up nicely. Don't just throw them on the floor ever. Safeguard them. Use them for years and years to come. There's no reason why, for example, a scarf like that can't be used even 25 or 50 years from now. Just take good care of it.
Okay, I'm going to turn down the video there. If you want to watch the rest of that, you know what to do. Just go to That Vegan Teacher on YouTube and find the video that is all about At the Mall. It's called At the Mall. So let's go back here a little bit longer and look at a few more of your comments before I let you guys go. So Joaquin is here and saying, animals are not slaves. Don't force them to do your work that you're supposed to do. And somebody says being non-vegan isn't a crime, and I disagree. I think hurting animals, stabbing them in the neck, ripping their skin off, stealing their babies, pinning them down and forcing them to be pregnant, I think those things are crimes. Think again and be vegan. I don't know what this says. Vegan teacher eats her pet, whatever that's bizarre. That's a really strange comment. I've never seen anything like that before. Cotton is fine, says George. Yes, cotton is made from a plant. Joanne says, subscribe and follow That Vegan Teacher on all her social media, TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you very much, Joanne. I really do appreciate you all. And Sam is saying to Ruby, if you want to be a mod, you should be in uniform. I think you would be a good mod. Okay, fantastic. Ruby the gaming cat, if you would be a good mod, then definitely wear the uniform. What does this say? They use pesticides to make cotton. They also use pesticides to make all of the food that you eat. This is the problem, is we are trying to do the least harm. Enslaving animals for their entire life is wrong. We must learn as a society to do our best, and we must have the conversation about what is the least harm possible. And we should do that going forward. What else we have? So Tori says, hello, Miss Katie. Hello, Tori. Just make sure you're at least over 18 to be teaching it. No, you don't have to be over 18. You can be any age as long as you understand what happens with the animals. Sometimes people over 18 are not as smart, not as intelligent, and not as compassionate. If somebody is 10 years old and they've been vegan their whole life and they can type and they understand the ethics, they are much more welcome than somebody who is over 18 and who doesn't understand or doesn't care. It is essential that we are kind to animals. And I am happy to not discriminate against young people. I don't believe in discrimination. If you can do the job, you are welcome here. You can be 57, you can be 72, and you can also be 10 years old. All you're doing is teaching information about being kind to animals. All right, so thank you again, everybody, very much. And I'm just going to sum up. So in summary, in a nutshell, vegans don't use animals for food, clothing, entertainment, or other purposes, because vegans believe animals matter morally. Veganism is a matter of social justice. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Press the notification bell and help me get these animals out of hell. Now, coming up on screen are going to be a bunch of other videos. Go ahead and click on them. Be curious. Subscribe to That Vegan Teacher's channel. We will see you in the next video. Bye for now.